here with Edge of the Playground. Today I'm going to give you my hacks on getting better sleep and getting restful sleep. As someone who is autistic, I often struggle with sleep, and I think that's true for most people on the autism spectrum. And I think it's because we spend so much of our day just out bombarded. I also have very vivid dreams because my mind is working out all of that onslaught that it experienced during the day. Is my mind's way of coping and playing out what it's experienced all day. So I have found different ways to help me get better sleep. So number one, and in my opinion very important, is to declutter. Now, I know this is difficult, especially for us, because we're dealing with so much during the day, like I said before. And the last thing we have energy for when we get home is cleaning or decluttering, especially if we have a big mess faced before us. And a lot of people too say that they're visual, and so they like to have everything out so that they can see it, you know? But I would say that even if you are someone who needs to have your things out in order to know where they are, decluttering is going to be one of the most helpful things to your sleep. Just having those surfaces clean, a clean sheets, clean bedroom is something that's going to make you feel better. I know a lot of times I can't get to sleep and I'm having really bad sleep and I can't figure out why, and then I declutter my bedroom and all of a sudden I'm having much more restful sleep. And so it really does make a difference, because all of those things, those little things that are lining the walls, on the surfaces, they're a sensory hazard to us basically, because they're constantly gnawing at us, and we're receiving it in our input when we just got done out there during the day, onslaughted by all this other sensory. The last thing we want is to have stuff at home everywhere also bombarding us. So having a place to rest your eyes is really important. And for me, I have found that if you take just 10 to 15 minutes a day to straighten up and to declutter, you will be surprised how much you can actually get done. Folding the laundry, wiping down the surfaces, those would make just such a huge difference on your sleep environment. Number two is to create your own type of sensory oasis. With the world being as hard as it is for autistic people, it's really important for us to have a space of our own where we can decompress in our own way. And so this is the part that's individualized. Do things that work for you. For me, I've made some investments for my mental health to make a room that is really conducive to me sleeping better. So I have a salt rock, for example, it's an actual salt rock and it emits a light. I also have LED trees. I have a really big one, and I also have a little tiny one that I put on my nightstand. And then I also have a diffuser that emits essential oils, and for me, I really like lavender. So it'll do the lavender and it also lights up. And all of those things I can turn on, and then I have no overhead lights. So I've eliminated all fluorescent lights in my room, and I've replaced them with the things that are just calm. To create a bedtime routine. So I know what you're thinking. Bedtime routines are for children, but that's untrue. It's also really helpful for adults. I live by my bedtime routine. If you make a bedtime routine part of your habit, then it will eventually signal to your brain that it is time to shut down for the night and make it easier for you to fall asleep. So So I do the same thing every night. I'll take a shower, then I'll wash my face, I'll put on, lotion that I like, and then all of that helps my brain calm down. It tells it that it's time to shut down, and then I have an easier time when I finally hit the bed. Now, what you shouldn't do is change it. So if I do all that and then I start a movie, well then my brain has woken back up and everything I did for the bedtime routine is pretty much undone. Maybe you could make TV a part of your bedtime routine. That's just not something that is good for me. So whatever it is, stick to consistency so that your brain knows that it's a signal to start shutting down for the night. Also, I really struggle with obsessing and having my mind circle in all kinds of directions when I'm trying to fall asleep. A really good strategy that I have found is to keep a worry journal or just a little notepad that you can quickly write down in on your nightstand. So how I use this is when I'm trying to fall asleep and my brain is circling or obsessing about something, or I'm worried about something, I will then quickly jot it down. I then find that my brain is more willing to let go and to stop obsessing, because the reason it was doing that was it was worried that it was going to forget what it was obsessing about. Make sure you unplug all of your electronics when you go to sleep. Don't just turn them off, unplug them entirely. They emit a dirty energy that is invisible sound to most of us. I can hear it, I'm sure a lot of you can hear it, and it really impacts the sleep. What I do is I plug everything, like all my lamps, my TVs, like whatever, into one power strip, and then I can turn them off and unplug the whole power strip at night to accomplish that. Those are my tips, my 3 big tips: declutter, create a sensory oasis, and create a good bedtime routine that have really just helped me so much in obtaining better sleep. And I have found that I've had better days, I've had better mornings because of the fact that I am able to get now a restful sleep. So thank you again for tuning in, and I will see you at Edge of the Playground.